And the number 1 spot goes to... Hey guys, and welcome back to the CTFC Perspective, and in today's video we are going to be going through every single current League 2 club's biggest win in their history. The reason why I'm doing this is because, as you can see, the first video I did in this series, let's say, of their biggest losses did really well. And the last thing to clarify before we go into this is it's their League 2 history, because I'd have to go through way too many seasons, and I think it's better just to have it in this competition rather than everything. And that about wraps up the intro. I would say I've got over Cheltenham's loss. I understand it was a poor performance and we can go again next season. I'm going to be trying to bring out weekly content for you guys until the Cheltenham boys get back onto the pitch. And without further ado, let's get into the video. As some of these games were from over a decade ago, in many cases the images are not to the highest quality, and in some cases I could not find any images at all. But I've tried my best. We're ranking it from the worst win, essentially the lowest scoreline, to the best win, the highest scoreline, 24-1. Let's go. Starting us off in 24th position is Salford City. They beat Cambridge United 4-0. The goal scorers were Rooney, who got one in the 32nd minute and a penalty in the 52nd minute. Hunter, who made it 3-0 in the 55th minute. And to finish off with the 88th minute strike, we have Torre. This has to go bottom of the list for me, not only because this is the lowest scoreline, but also the fact that they only had one more shot than their opponents, and Cambridge actually had 61% of possession. Next up, in 23rd place, is Newport County. They beat Forest Green Rovers 4-0 on October 2017. The goal scorers were Amond getting 2, Bennett and Makowski in the 86th minute, making it 4-0. They actually still were dominated in possession, but slightly better, with the opposition only getting 58%, and they did outshoot their opponents 11-5. By very slight margins, in 22nd place, we have Leyton Orient. They beat Grimsby Town 4-0, getting an 85th minute penalty to wrap the game up late on. The opposition still had more possession, but 56% compared to the previous 58%, and they outshot their opponents 10-7. 21st place is reversed to last place in this list, where it was the first meeting between these two sides, and Forest Green Rovers came out victorious 4-0. Matty Stevens scored his first league goal for Rovers after just 3 minutes, before Aaron Collins and Ebu Adams also got off the mark in green to make it 3-0 at the break, before late on Salford City conceded their fourth and Forest Green came away rightful winners. 20th is Crawley Town. They beat Northampton Town 4-0. They went into the break 1-0 up thanks to a Ferguson strike in the 27th minute, and then 3 second half strikes finished the game off for Crawley. They still lost possession. It's becoming a recurring theme in this list, 48% to the opposition's 52%, but surprisingly they outshot their opposition 24 times to their 4, with 8 shots on target to Northampton's 0. 19th place in this list for the first time gives us a different scoreline. Exeter City beat Notts County, as you can see, 5-1. At the break it was only 2-1, and in the second half Exeter really turned on the Jets. Exeter still lost possession, however, 49% to 51%. So close, but still so far. They actually got outshot as well, 12-10, but their 7 shots on target really did prove diligent. For 18th place, we go all the way back to the 22nd of February 2014. It is where Scunthorpe United beat Portsmouth 5-1. It could have been 5-0, giving them the opportunity to go higher in this list if it wasn't for an 86th minute Drennan goal for Portsmouth. They still lost out on possession, 49% to the opposition's 51%. But they did outshoot their opponents 15-8, with on target being 8-2. 17th position takes us back to 28th of April 2012. This is where Swindon swept aside Port Vale to seal the League Two title with a 5-0 victory. A stunning long-range strike from Matt Ritchie opened the scoring, and Paul Benson doubled their lead from 6 yards out after the break. Benson netted his second from close range to make it 3-0 before defender Aidan Flint nodded in Ritchie's corner. Substitute Alan Connell struck home Swindon's fifth to secure both the victory and the league title. My choice for 16th place is when Walsall beat Peterborough 5-0. It was back in September 12, 2006. It was a 3 p.m. kickoff, and it was arguably one of the weirdest games in this list. Fox got the first goal in the 7th minute. Dobson picked himself up a double, once in the 17th and the other in the 27th. And Butler got himself a double, once in the 75th minute and once in the 79th minute. But that's not all. There was actually 3 red cards in this game. Once for Walsall, Gerrard picking one up in the 63rd minute, and 2 late on for Peterborough in the 87th and the 88th minute, really showing their frustration in this game. For 15th place, we go back 10 years to when Port Vale beat Chesterfield 5-0. It was a superb hat-trick from Mark Richards and goals from Craig Davies and Rob Taylor, putting the game to bed. Unfortunately, I cannot find any stats for this clash, but I can tell you that the win that day moved Port Vale up from 11th place to 9th place in League Two. In 14th position, we have a much more recent game. In February 2018, Mansfield Town beat Newport County 5-0. Potter picked himself up a hat-trick in this game, as well as McDonald and Rose also getting 2 goals, 1 each for themselves. And we finally have a team that won in possession. They got 53%, Newport's 47%. They outshot their opponents 27-10, with 11 shots of theirs being on target with their opposition's 4. 13th place goes to a very eventful clash between Bradford City and Oxford United. Omar Daly grabbed a brace as 10-man Bradford thrashed 9-man Oxford. Daly put the Bantams ahead after the break with a right-footed shot, and then added a second with his left before Lee Hendry's penalty made it 3-0. Oxford Mark Creighton was then shown a second yellow card as teammate Jack Wright and City's James Hansen were also sent off for violent conduct. David Sayers volleyed in Bradford's fourth before Louis Moult struck late on to increase Oxford's misery. Sadly for this game, it is one of the only matches which I couldn't actually get match images of. However, John Parkins scored a hat-trick in this game. The opener was from Danny Swells as he headed home Kevin McIntyre's corner. Parkins scored at the second attempt after a Saldini block. Parkin then made it 3-0 after outpacing 2 defenders with 57 minutes gone. Soon after, Michael Welsh scored with a glancing header from McIntyre's cross. Rob Ullathorne fouled Danny Whittaker in injury time, and Parkin converted from the spot to complete his hat-trick. In 11th place is when Northampton Town beat Macclesfield Town at 5-0. Crooks picked himself up a hat-trick in this game, as well as Powell picked himself up a goal in the 34th minute, and in the 93rd minute, Pierre picking up the 5th. They very slightly won on possession with 52% to their opposition's 48, but dominated with shots and shots on target. Themselves getting 21 shots, 11 on target, to Macclesfield's 5 shots, 2 on target. And we have made it to our top 10. Sat in 10th position is Oldham Athletic beating Newport County 5-0. Rowe picking himself up a brace once in the 25th and once in the 52nd minute. Dearnley picking up a goal in the 27th minute, as well as Hammer in the 62nd and Smith in the 83rd. They only just won on possession, 51 to their opposition's 49, but won both on shots and shots on target with 18-8 to Newport's 8-1. 9th place takes us all the way back to the 6th of May 2006, where Cheltenham Town thrashed Mansfield 5-0. Gillespie picking up a goal in the 35th minute, Vincent getting a goal on the brink of half-time, McCann in the 49th minute, a Bird penalty in the 81st, and Odejayi in the 84th minute. At this time, it was Mansfield's worst defeat in 4 years. Eighth place, however, is a much more recent fixture from the 17th of April 2017, where Plymouth Argyle beat Newport County 6-1. Carey and Taylor for Plymouth picking themselves up one apiece, as well as Kennedy and Jarvis both getting a brace, and Newport County getting a consolation goal in the 91st minute. Plymouth beat the Newport side 61% possession to their 39, with 25 shots with 12 on target, with Newport only getting 9 and 6. Seventh in this list is where Stevenage beat Hartlepool United 6-1. It all started very brightly for Hartlepool United, with Thomas putting himself 1-0 up in 4 minutes, but it all went downhill from here, with Pett, Wells, Tong and Godden all getting a goal, with Walker getting himself a brace. Stevenage did beat the opposition with 52% possession and 16 shots with 11 on target. Sixth place goes to Grimsby Town, where they beat Boston United 6-0. James Hunt, Kieran Toner and Martin Patterson all got themselves individual goals, but Peterborough stole the limelight with a hat-trick. The game was pretty much over for Boston United by half-time, as it was 4-0 at the break, but Grimsby Town and especially Peterborough both persevered, and he got what he wanted, and they got what they wanted, a big victory. Fifth place goes to Carlisle United, where they beat Oldham Athletic 6-0 on the 26th of December 2018. There are 5 individual scorers on the day, including a Yates brace and a Liddell goal in the 93rd minute. They actually lost out on possession 45% to Oldham's 55, but even though they had the same amount of shots, they got 7 on target to the opposition's 1. Now we're into our top 4, and this is where our gargantuan results begin to pop up. Morecambe beat Crawley Town 6-0. Danny Carlton netted a hat-trick in this game as Morecambe annihilated Crawley Town. He slotted in Lawrence Wilson's pass before Nick Fenton's header doubled Morecambe's lead. Carlton headed home at Jason Price's cross after Charlie Wasmore lost possession, and Kelvin Eliasson netted in with a close-range finish. And he got his third as he lashed home Isaac Reed's cross before Wilson's penalty completed the route. This clash meant Crawley, that had started the day top of the table, dropped down to 4th, with Morecambe going top on goal difference. And in third place, and therefore getting our bronze medal, is Colchester United after thrashing Crewe Alexandra 6-0 on the 21st of August 2018. There are 5 individual goal scorers once again. Kent picking up the first goal in the 4th minute. Dickinson get himself a brace, and the final goal was scored by Lapsley. They also dominated in the other 3 statistical areas. The first being possession with 60%. Shots, 17 shots to their opponent's 7, and they also had 7 shots on target to their opponent's 2. Just missing out on top spot and getting the silver medal in this list is Cambridge United for beating Morecambe 7-0 on the 19th of April 2016. Another game with 5 individual goal scorers, with 2 braces in fact, one being from Dunk in the 17th minute and the 26th minute, and Berry getting himself a brace of 2 penalties, the last of which being in injury time, the 93rd minute. Cambridge won in 54% possession. They had 19 shots and managed to get 7 goals from their 10 shots on target. And top spot, and therefore our gold medal in this list, goes to Crewe Alexandra for absolutely pummeling Cheltenham 8-1 on the 2nd of April 2011. Clayton Donaldson and Joel Grant scored hat-tricks as Crewe thumped Cheltenham. Donaldson and Sean Miller scored early for the home side before Donaldson notched again and Grant scored to make it 4-0 at the break. Wesley Thomas pulled one back for the visitors before Ashley R. Westwood scored Crewe's 5th. Donaldson completed his hat-trick with a penalty before Grant fired in and later tucked home a penalty to secure a hat-trick of his own. An absolutely outstanding result considering the manager couldn't even make it to this game as he went home ill. And that is it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like I said, there's going to be weekly content on this channel. And if you want one of those weekly videos to be yours, please put one of your suggestions down in the comment section. I'll always be looking at the comments. I'll be liking the ones which I believe are good ideas or I haven't done already on the channel. Speaking about liking, you please smash that like button. It would really mean the world to me. Whilst you're at it, can you please subscribe to the channel and smash that notification bell so you know when a video goes live. We're at 325 subscribers currently, and we're well on our way to 400. If you do have any disagreements, or maybe you want to go deeper into your thoughts about what I've said in this video, all of our Instagram and Twitter links are down in the description if you want to give them a click and follow us on there. If you did like this video, there'll be 2 videos like this on screen very shortly, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.